Hi, I'm Fulbright ETA Rhian Moore. This is a selection of student-led interviews from the Advanced Podcasting Workshop at the Saya Malaysia, Kita Malaysia National Storytelling Camp. The first featured interview is from Amirul Haziq bin Mohammed Basri, a Form 4 student from SMK Kuala Karau in Temerloh, Pahang. Haziq gives us an insight into a teacher's journey to where he is today.
Is becoming a teacher is your true ambition when you were still a kid?
Actually, my true ambition was not a teacher. That's weird. Since I was young, I love to travel and I like to see many stories about people that travels around the world. Like, for example, the Gulliver's Travel. And my favorite movies are Indiana Jones. So from that day, I put in my mind I want to be an archaeologist. I want to get treasures. I want to enter the jungle and join all the activities. But since my father was a teacher, he was the principal in one of the school in Temerloh, and then he said nobody wants to continue my legacy as teachers. So what happened? The teaching college in Johor Bahru came to me, so I just went for the teaching college interview, and they accept me. So in year 1994, I entered the teaching college, and still I do not think that teaching is my profession. I still like to be an archaeologist. But after a while, for about I think 6 months in the college, I think my heart going to be a teacher, because I like to see people understand whatever I'm talking. I like to see people growing up instead of going into the jungle. So in year 1995, I said to my late father, yes, I will be a teacher. And I want to be a teacher. And from that day, archaeologist is only a memory for me, and teaching is my real profession now.
What is your most memorable moments as a teacher?
I think the most memorable moments, there are so many memorable moments, but the most memorable moment is when I went to hospital to get some treatment. When I went there, the doctors is my students, the nurses also my students. So I felt that, wow, it's so rewarding to become a teacher, because I knew people that knew me. I think that's the most memorable moment that I ever had in my life.
The second featured interview is from Elvira Ina Anak Tajan, a Form 4 student from SMK Asyakirin in Bintulu, Sarawak. Elvira interviewed a friend about her experience taking care of her ill grandmother in the final stages.
When I was 11 years old, I went through a very tough situation because I never felt that way before. This story is about my grandmother. She is a very kind person, and grateful and a beautiful person too. The problem is she was an alcoholic. She started to become an alcoholic when she was in her 40s. We all know that when we older, we become unable to do a lot of things. But my grandmother was stubborn and she didn't want to quit drinking alcohol because she was already addicted to it. My grandmother started to become sick because she drank too much. I could see my grandmother when she became thinner than before, and she was not able to do many of things. My grandmother lived in Sarike with my grandfather and her children. During that time, my family and I visit my grandmother because my family financial situation was not stable. One day, my aunt called my mother and told her that my grandmother's situation was getting worse and we needed to admit her to a hospital. So my mother and I decided to visit her at the hospital. We were able to take care of her, even if only for a moment. They sent my grandmother back to her house in Sarike and gave her some medicines. We took care of her at our house only. Then we went back to Bintulu because I needed to go to school. I hugged my grandmother, but I didn't expect that it would be for the last time. When I hugged her, I could feel something that I cannot explain. She whispered to me and said, "You must study hard and become a successful person one day."